Welcome to a new day in Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are down on my base. And if you're following the series, I built this extension over here, and what I did off camera was I added the toilet and sink and a bathroom vanity here. And in this part, what I want to do is keep moving the base forward. I've got an idea for building a farming area, but first what I want to do is just finish off this area here. And we got this and this and this, and I think what I want to do is put the armor locker and health repair or med bay out here. So we're just gonna put, I'm gonna put the armor locker on this side. What I want to do in this area here eventually is build up a command center, but that's a slightly more long-term project. What I want to do is just get these in first, and then over this area I want to create a kitchen type area, and I think we can put the food processor smack bang in the center of the room. I think it doesn't have to be against a wall. And I've also made a couple of fridges, so I'm just going to drop the fridges in. I'm just going to shove them against this wall like that. I think I've got another fridge somewhere. Oh, that's a stupid thing to do. I've got to put my jetpack on. And I'm just going to pick this. Oh, there was something still in it. Oh, herbal leaves. Oh. Well, looks like the drones are back again. They're becoming quite a regular event at the moment. I'm just gonna grab this, and I think we can just drop this. Put that there. And we're just going to put the leaves. I mean, I could go over and loot them. For some reason there's only one of them still there. I'm not going to bother, guys. I do want to move forward with this thing. Actually, let me just repair my health while I'm at it. Might as well use my my new installation. I've also got a couple of consoles, and let's see what we've got here. Operating temp lab 2. I mean, we could put in some of this just for decor purposes. Tank, a lab table. I mean, we could put something over here just to fit with this area here. So lab table 1, lab table 2. Maybe we'll just put, oops, looks like there's a problem with a texture there. Maybe we'll have a bit of a lab area here. Okay. And you could put maybe, oops, put a couple of lockers against this wall as well. Operating temper, power storage, capacitor. I might just clogging the place up. I think maybe we can just drop that in like that. Well, we got enough. Well, obviously, and what can we put here? I've got a major console, and what we could do is over here. I mean, I'll probably end up moving this around, but I just want to give an idea of what I'm thinking of in this area, and then maybe we'll get a few aliens to fit into the room as well. Anyway, let's just get back to what I want to do in this part, which is work on an area here. And the first thing I'm going to do is make some concrete blocks. Wow, where's all my stone gone? Okay. It's been a bit of a busy weekend this weekend, guys, and normally when I make a video I come in with a plan and I do a bit of preparation, but things have gone a little bit adrift this weekend, and so I'm jumping into this a little bit cold. I haven't really thought that much about what I want to build, so we could pick this stone up, we can make that there. I think also while we're here, let me see, food processor. I think I've got some, well, I'm a bit low on food as well, so I might as well eat that. There we are, I've got some spoilt food. It might be easier just to make this here, isn't it? Stone dust, purified water. And we've got 81, so if I just say I want 100 of these and just let the game run, that would probably be the best way, because this is going to be a pretty big farming area. I don't think it's going to be anything particularly groundbreaking, but that's the way it goes, I suppose. And I think we'll just drop this in here. And how many concrete blocks will I need? I think if I make about 300, that'd be a fairly good start. I mean, if I don't use them all up, I'll be using them somewhere else anyway. And what I want to do is just get rid of these on this side. Actually, just do it a bit quicker using the drone. So I just want to replace that area there. And I'm going to take these out because we got this little bit of an offset here, but I think I can cover that up by making it into a bit of a dead zone if I bring this wall out and round. Yep, okay. It should work. Let's take these off. We'll cover these for the moment. And yep, I think that's pretty good. Right, see how many concrete blocks there. 32's a reasonable amount to get started with. I think I'll repair these corners first. And I suppose I better. And actually, let's do full block here. It'll save me having to. And I'm just going to drop you in there. And a top tip here, guys, when you've actually finished, remember to take this off. Don't leave your tool with full block on all the time. There's nothing worse than suddenly wanting to do some surface rendering and you've converted a whole block and then you've got to go back and fix it. And I think what we're going to do is just come out. Well, I can come out wide anyway because eventually I'm going to pave over this whole area here. And I think we'll start with the brick line here. And I'm just going to fill in this like that. And then that should fill in this wall here. And again, we'll texture as we go. If you texture as you go, well, I'll do that. It saves a little bit of the overall grind. One way to texture is just to left hold click and then just use the WSAD keys to strafe over a little bit. Right, I think that is going to give me the square side, and what I'm thinking is to come out this way. I did consider coming out this way, but I think it will clog in too much on this area here, and I want this area to stay as though it looks relatively open, because a farming area needs to be 2 blocks high for the growing lights to work. I got 78 blocks, so let's just, and I think if we 1, make about 3. And I think I'd like it just to come down like that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, when you're building farming areas, if you want to min-max it, you always want to plan blocks of 3 by 3 for the farming area, because that's the maximum area you can cover with a single grow lamp. And I think this can come in like that, and that can come as. So on a central walkway so that it breaks it into 4 separate plots. Anyway, that's the idea. I'm getting close to my capital vessel, which is here, which is not helping very much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Ah, this is not going to work, is it? I don't think this is going to work. Oh, heck. No, I don't want that. No, we're going to have to just take this out. Take this out. When I was looking at this, I thought I had enough room. Obviously, I must have missed, because I did have a little bit of a kind of outline plan just before I started the video, and I must have miscounted. Let me just do this again. Actually, just take these up just to make sure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just had an idea. If I put this across like that and put one there and put one in, or 3 across like that, what am I saying, 1? So we're just going to go like that. Let me take these blocks out. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think that'll work, because we're going to end up with 4 solid blocks like that. So we've got, yeah, I think that will work. Nah, that's too thick. Actually, there's a. Oh, that's a shame it's not in the center. Okay, we're just going to go with a round one in the center there. And I'll just put in. And I'm just going to put this in here. And I'm going to need to get rid of that, because that's. So we've now got a structure like this. And I think what I want to do is extend this patio out this way. So we're just going to just grab these. Now comes the fun bit. I'm going to see if I can use the control. And sometimes, I must admit, my biggest mistakes are always with control. Yeah, well, that went pretty well actually, because if you get out of line, you can get some pretty weird effects. So we've now filled this area in like this. It's looking pretty good, and I think what I need now is glass. Let's do that. What have we got here? Windows large. No, I don't want to use these because these are armoured windows. Although I suppose I could put them across the front. I'll see how it goes for. I don't think that's going to be enough, but we'll give it a go, guys. And I think we just get to 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I keep counting 1, 2, 3, but it seems to be the easiest way to do things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Just gonna get this in here. I mean, if any of you guys have followed my, I think it was the 7.1 series I did, this might look a little bit familiar. And I suppose if I'm being totally honest, I think if you watch a lot of people's channels who do Empyrion and they build a farm, it probably will look very familiar anyway, because I think with farming, unless you're doing something that's wants to be completely different, most people tend to end up with this type of pattern. I think it's just a fact of how things are done. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is advanced constructor, and if we come into here, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these. And what we're going to do is, well, I think the best way is if I texture the walkway here. I think we'll go with this. Again, a bit of a tip, guys, if you're going to texture some internal structure, it's better to do it with the drone before you put a roof on, because it means you can come in just like this, where if you once you put the roof on, life gets a bit difficult, because then you've got to stay low because the drone will be working up into the roof. So if you know you're going to put a roof on, and if you know what you want to texture something like this, it's far easier to do it first, and then it means that you can just come straight out like that. And I'm just gonna, I think that would come there, and I think you can come there. If I can get a bit of height, we'll risk the control. I'm going to do it in like one big go, and hopefully we'll be able to do exactly the same here. This is where I was saying, it's almost like if you draw towards you, and I think that encloses this area here and here. I think pretty standard, nothing particularly special, but it does work, guys. Oops, I don't want that. And again, another tip, guys, if you're going to texture the ceiling, do it before you put lights and stuff up. It just makes life a little bit easier. I have to confess, I do like the white ceilings. They certainly brighten the rooms up and makes life very easy. I mean, you can tint them if you wanted to. Here comes the drones again. And see what I mean? See, you can make mistakes like that. Anyway, once I've finished this, and we'll just get. See, I was saying about when you've got a low ceiling with the drone. I mean, you could put glass in the ceiling, but the grow lamps won't. You can't fix grow lamps to windows, so you won't have a completely glazed ceiling, because obviously you do want the grow lamps for this area here. So we've got this area here, it's working. I think we're going to need to get over. How many drones did you shoot down that time? I'm not going to bother. Drones are a really nice source of resources, And my small vessel's never going to run out of, I think, is it pulse laser rifles or whatever it is. I can't remember what the weapon's on it now. And I'm just going to pick up. I thought I'd built some. Oh no, wrong constructor. Sorry about that, guys. I'm on my capital vessel, and I came over here for these. Because we're going to need to make some grow blocks. Growing plots, not blocks, plots. And just going to come in here. Like, I think we can shove this into the large constructor. And what have I got? I'm not going to bother working it out. It's a bit early in the morning. I'm recording this just about 4:30 in the morning, so I think what we're just going to do is come in here, and we got 75, so I think we're just going to do this a quick way as a group plot. It's going to tell it to make 100. I mean, if I don't use them here, I'll use them somewhere else, so there's no point worrying about it. And did I pick the grow lamps up? Concentrate. Right. The windows can go back. We've still got 3 missing windows, but I'm going to put the grow lamps in first. What you want to do to put the lamps in is 111 round there, and that puts it over the centre of there, and you come in 1, 2, 3 like that. It should be 1, 2, 3. Well, what am I doing that? And the same again. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we've now got this area here. So all we need to do now is put in the missing glass and the grow plots and texture everything up. Right. So I've got, what is it? I've got 1 window, so we're going to need 2 more windows. One's constructor. That's it, large windows, 1, 2. Just going to wait for these to build. And right, that hook, oh yes, there is. Let's put 1 in there. That way, 1 in there. I'm going to probably have to move my capital vessel. Take that in there. Like that. Right, I think I'm going to have to put in a row there like that. That's going to give me, that keeps this overhang consistent. I mean, I could trim the overhang back for the whole building. No, I think we're going to stay with this. And I'm just going to rotate that in. And the question is, do I go, let's have a quick look on this side. Yeah, this has a theme, so I think we'll keep the theme going. So we're just going to rotate this around like that, and we're just going to, some more drones coming in. And now comes the fun bit. I've got to fit in I think my capital vessel's a little bit in the way at the moment. Right, I think if I rotate that up that way, I might be able to see better from here. Getting these blocks in can be a little bit tricky sometimes. I think, oh, that's went in quite well actually. But that fits in that corner there. How are we doing for grow blocks? constructor. I think what we'll do is a bit more texturing while those are going. And no, that's the one I'm looking for. I'm just going to texture just like that. I'm just going to go really like that. And come in like that. And what is this, grey or white? Ah, it's white. It's okay. And just going to, oops, can come this way. All the way along like that. And it's raining. And that covers the whole of the roof there. And let's get back to here. And I think we'll just keep this theme going around the edge like this. Whoops, I've just textured by capital vessel by accident. I think this is just plain. Definitely need to move my capital vessel away. Now the problem is I might not actually get a match to this anymore. Oh no, I think it's that green, isn't it? Yep. So that puts my capital vessel back where it should be. And what we're going to do is large constructor. We've got 42 of these now. I'm just going to whack these in. And inside, this is where using control can get a little bit dodgy, because you can't, sometimes you can't quite get the height like this. So you need to get these in like that. And then of course you mess it up like that. Okay, let's do, just get rid of this one. Because we got a nice thunderstorm sound effects to go with this. And I think we'll just put these in for the moment. Getting a bit nervous now. And I think while that's going, what I want to do is get over here and grab a plant. I'm pretty sure I've got plants in here. Plants and survival. I think I just want to take one tomato plant at the moment. Now I've got food in, sport food in here as well. Now the reason I'm picking up one tomato plant is I want to do a test to see whether the plants will grow without an exterior door. I certainly want to put oxygen in here because this plant's got oxygen. What I'm worried about is temperature. The game can be a bit odd with respect to temperature and plants, so I may have to put a door on here. But I want to test it first just to see. And I'm just going to large constructor. I've got another 9 of these. Got that. So I'll just keep filling this area in. Oops. I spent so much time using the drone that I'd forgotten I wasn't in the drone. I didn't have the, wasn't using the drone. I think it's this corner here. Just gonna fill this in. Right, I think what I'm gonna do is do the texturing up here now. And I think once I've done the texturing, that would be it for this part, guys. I don't want to do much more. What would this be? I think that is that it. Yep. And we're just gonna texture in this whole area here. I know there's probably faster ways to do this, but I actually quite enjoy doing this. I actually find it quite therapeutic. And we can watch the raindrops landing on the roof. And I'm just gonna fill this in like that. And I'm not sure I want to. Well, I think I'm gonna have to extend this area. I think if we bring this out, so this is here. I think I'm gonna leave this ramp here for the moment. I may change it later on. And look at me. Why is that not? This should pick up this. Oh, there it is. So we can actually, I think, what's the texture I've got down here? Was it here? Nope, it's not that, it's this, isn't it? Nope, it's not that. Texture's that then. Not that. That's that. Okay. Oops, I've gone over the edge. That's not a problem. I can fix that. The reason I picked that texture up, I think what I'm going to do is create a line there. I'm just going to, so that emphasizes the difference between this area here and the path going round. I might eventually make this wider, but I've got to move the capital vessel first. I'm just going to fill this in here and get a bit of height again. Oops. A bit of handshake there, sorry guys. Just fill this area in. Shouldn't take long now. I mean, I should be able to. Well, I think it'd be just as easy to do it like that. And that should fill that area in. And I think that, yeah. And we can just strafe along like that, just to keep the theme going. Oops. Just be able to hook that. Oh. Of course it's gone the wrong way. May seem very minor, but that would irritate the heck out of me if I knew it was still there. I'll just hook that in there. And I think just to wind this part off, we should be able to put the last of the planters in. Hopefully I will have enough for this. It's going to be a close thing. I mean, I've still got some more spoiled food if I need it. There we are. Wow, 3 out. That wasn't a bad guess, was it? Considering I didn't even bother to calculate it. Building supplies, I think they can go back into building supplies for the moment. And I think that's about it, guys. I've one very quick way to lay out a pretty max farm. I think that this is going to be an area big enough for most of my needs. As I say, what I need to do is just check. Yep, that's died. See, because of the rain. So we're going to have to put some doors on here, whether we like it or not. But that's not a problem. I think I've got some doors here. Yeah, the game could be a bit temperamental with respect to doors. So we can... I'll just put some doors in. I mean, I should have known, but I wanted to test it. And plus it's a good demo for you guys. So we'll just put some doors on. Like that. And as I say, oxygen shouldn't be an issue, because this is an oxygen-rich planet. But even then, sometimes the game can get a bit temperamental. It's almost like it needs oxygen. Right, guys, I think that is it for this part. I don't want to do anything else. I just wanted to do this as a very focused video on setting up a farm. So this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.